Thank you, Deputy Speaker. Well, I am really pleased to be able to speak on this matter of public importance on how the Albanese government is supporting Australian families. Because as a mum myself and raising my family of 4 children on the New South Wales South Coast, I see firsthand what local families are going through. It is difficult for families, but that is why I'm proud to be part of a government that is helping make families a priority. The Albanese Labor government has accomplished so much in such a short time. Let's start with cheaper childcare. A few weeks after the Albanese Labor government's cheaper childcare measures began to take effect, I met with local mum Lisa from Gerringong. Lisa told me that our cheaper childcare measures were great for her family. Lisa told me that cheaper childcare means she doesn't have to choose between progressing her career as a health professional and being a mum. That's a huge win. I don't want to see a situation where people must choose between having a family and progressing their career. And in Lisa's case, the Albanese Labor government's cheaper childcare measures are helping have both. But cheaper childcare isn't just good for Lisa's family, because Lisa works in healthcare and she works with children. Cheaper childcare allowed Lisa to do another day at work per week, and as part of her work she could then help other families whose children needed her specialised services. Cheaper childcare is about doing what's right and letting people make the choices they need and allowing them to do what's best for their family, and that's just one example. Just today, legislation passed in the Parliament that will strengthen the safety net for around 2 million people across the country. 2 million Australians will soon benefit from cost of living relief through our improved safety net. Commonwealth rent assistance is going to increase by 15%. This will add an average of $24 onto the monthly payment for people receiving rent assistance. The legislation will also help single parents. Because of this new safety net, 57,000 single parents with children aged 8 and above will also now be eligible for the higher parenting payment for single parents. This will add at least $176.90 per fortnight to the support that single parents with a child under 14 receive. And might I add that 90% of the single parents who will receive the payment are single mothers. But it's not only that. We've increased the base rate of working age and student payments, including JobSeeker, Youth Allowance, AusStudy, AbStudy, Living Allowance and Disability Support Pension for youth carers. I'm proud to be part of a government that is strengthening the safety net to protect people and their families. Deputy Speaker, another measure we're implementing to help with the cost of living and helping families is our cheaper medicines policy. With the approval of their doctor, eligible people will be able to get double the medicine for the price of a single script. That's 320 medications on the PBS that Australians will be saving on. 60-day dispensing is smart policy because it saves patients money and it's good for health, and it helps free up more GP appointments for those that need them most. And all savings from the implementation of the 60-day dispensing will be reinvested back into pharmacy. One of these new measures is the Regional Pharmacy Transition Allowance. This new transition allowance will mean significant support for community pharmacy over 4 years. In my electorate, many pharmacies are classified as MM5, meaning that many will qualify for over $338,000 in support. The Regional Pharmacy Transition Allowance is in addition to the Regional Pharmacy Maintenance Allowance. And on that note, we've doubled the total budget for the Regional Pharmacy Maintenance Allowance. This means that many pharmacies where I live will be eligible for over $70,000 in assistance. That totals hundreds of thousands of dollars in support to help our valued community pharmacies. The Albanese Labor government is taking care of health in our communities and supporting community pharmacies to play a bigger role in the health care of our communities. And there is more to come. But it is safe to say that the Albanese Labor government is working hard to address the cost of living pressures on Australians and their families.